All right, welcome back. And good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be. All right. So let's hope this goes a little bit better than the last episode. That was just a comedy of errors. Just... That's just downright embarrassing. Yeah, let's hope this goes a little bit better. After that, I'm like, I need something else. I need to do something else. So I was looking through the photography stuff, and the safari stuff the other day was a bust. So I thought, well, let's just try to find something that, you know, at least we know where it's at. So Stonehenge, why not? Right? So they've got other ones here too. I've seen most of these, not in 2024, but so I'll eventually get to them all. But Stonehenge, Hagia Sophia, the Moai statues, Chichen Itza, Forbidden Cities, the Summer Palace. Statue of Liberty, Eiffel Tower, Christ the Redeemer, Angkor Wat, Taj Mahal, and the Sphinx. The pyramids, the Sphinx, and the sun. Anyway, let's get back over to Stonehenge. Sometimes you feel like a druid, sometimes you don't. Backlit by the sun. Open the in-game toolbar with cursor toggle to access the time and weather panel. Well, I'll be darned. Like early morning? Hard to tell where the heck the sun is at. Let's try that and see what we get. Hope you're having a great day today. Very lovely weather here in Colorado. Another sunny day. I think all the snow is fully melted now. Maybe just, yeah, I think all of it now. Salisbury Plain. Horton Down, Boscombe Down, Amesbury, Salisbury Plain Training Area. I'm gonna pause real quick, and we should still be connected to Bushtalk Radio. Is that available here? It's available in our EFB though, right? Yeah. So we might get an audio tour. We might have it toggle. Oh, they just put it right there. Okay, well, it's going to be a short episode. Like in some of the other ones, you know, they make you actually work for it a little bit and fly to it. So maybe we can, let me pause again. So can we change the time in here? Yeah, we can. So maybe I'll land and we'll try to get a good round shot and try to get the sun behind it. If you've never heard the comedy of Eddie Izzard, In particular, his bit on Stonehenge. Oh, you're missing out. That's some good stuff. I have to pause again. My desk is a mess. Crap's all over the place. My joystick's way off to the side. Get it back over here. In a way, I'm really, really glad that, you know, it's not like other places. I mean, you know, they've left everything farmland around it, which is nice. And I'm glad it's not like, you know, right in the middle of a city somewhere. They didn't completely build up everything around it. Oh, this might be a little bit bumpy. Oh, man. That's my day today. Earlier in the helicopter one, I only applied like 2% of collective, and the thing tipped over. I was just getting started. I thought it said Old Sauron. on. Easy, easy. Come on. There we go. Not so bad that time. So anyway, Eddie Izzard talks about the Druids proposing to their people that they go hundreds of miles to go get these stones and bring them back to build Stonehenge. Like 200 miles. I don't even know where I live anymore. Okay. You know, and again, all we're seeing is just the last little bits of it. They said it may have been enclosed and it may have been, you know, part of a much larger structure. Because when you look at in the ground, all the little, there's all these rock circle placements around it. A calendar, who knows? Could have been could have been a resort. We just don't know. You know, rich people though, you know, back in the day, I mean, just rich people in general, people with lots of money, and then they just do outrageous things. Could have been a lark. What, you can't go in it? Gotta be, wait. Come on. There we go. And who knows how much of this stuff is actually in its proper place. And I mean, I think they're kind of guessing in a lot of ways. If they weren't there to begin with, I've heard that, you know, things were laid down and they just kind of set it up the way that they wanted. What? They're saying that's not bad. Yeah, okay, good. You can, people have been wondering where to find your photographs. They're in your pilot logbook area, and you can look at your photo album there. Usually in the where you've installed it, it'll come up as Microsoft Limitless, and you can find the folder for it in there. So the Bushtalk audio didn't play, so let me go ahead and grab that and see if I can make it play. We're on the other side of the world.
Stonehenge is a prehistoric monument in Wiltshire, England, 2 miles west of Amesbury. It consists of a ring of standing stones, each around 13 feet high, 7 feet wide, and weighing around 25 tons. The stones are set within earthworks in the middle of the most dense complex of Neolithic and Bronze Age monuments in England, including several hundred tumuli. Archaeologists believe it was constructed from 3000 BC to 2000 BC. The surrounding circular earth bank and ditch, which constitute the earliest phase of the monument, have been dated to about 3100 BC. Radiocarbon dating suggests that the first blue stones were raised between 2400 and 2200 BC, although they may have been at the site as early as 3000 BC. One of the most famous landmarks in the United Kingdom, Stonehenge is regarded as a British cultural icon. It has been a legally protected scheduled ancient monument since 1882, when legislation to protect historic monuments was first successfully introduced in Britain. The site and its surroundings were added to UNESCO's list of World Heritage Sites in 1986. Stonehenge is owned by the Crown and managed by English Heritage. The surrounding land is owned by the National Trust. Stonehenge could have been a burial ground from its earliest beginnings. Deposits containing human bone date from as early as 3000 BC, when the ditch and bank were first dug, and continued for at least another 500 years.
It's lovely. Yeah, here in America, you know us, they'd have 7-Elevens and shops set up everywhere. Gotta get your Stonehenge t-shirt. Can't go into drone mode here. Have to get back to the plane. See if there's anything else nearby that might be interesting. Amesbury. It's just, we've seen that, that was... What was around here? We saw it when we were up in the air. Let's see what it has to say.
Amesbury Priory was a Benedictine monastery at Amesbury in Wiltshire, England, belonging to the Order of Fontevraud, a Benedictine reform. It was founded in 1177 to replace the earlier Amesbury Abbey, a Saxon foundation established about the year 979. The Anglo-Norman Amesbury Priory was disbanded at the dissolution of the monasteries and ceased to exist as a monastic house in 1539. While the earlier Amesbury Abbey had been exclusively a nunnery or house of women, its successor, Amesbury Priory, following the particular structures of its parent order of Fontevraud, was both a convent of nuns and a corresponding monastery of men, both governed locally by a prioress and ultimately by the abbess of Fontevraud Abbey, situated in Anjou, part of the territories in what is now France that were then ruled by the English royal house.
Oh my goodness. Easy. Now I can't see the road. And on it. You know, they said the terrain
is a prehistoric monument in Wiltshire, England, 2 miles west of Amesbury. It consists of a ring of standing stones, each around 30.
So they told us that the terrain was going to be a little bit more accurate in 2024, but she just tips over so easy. Landing, I mean, yikes. Any little rock you hit, you're tipping over. Any little deviation, it's crazy. So where was Amesbury? Get away. See you, Stonehenge. Yeah, see the outer rings of circles? The outer circle. So that priority is here.
Amesbury Priory was a Benedictine monastery at Amesbury in Wiltshire, England, belonging to the Order of Fontevraud, a Benedictine reform. It was founded in 1177 to replace the earlier Amesbury Abbey, a Saxon foundation established about the year 979. The Anglo-Norman Amesbury Priory was disbanded at the dissolution of the monasteries and ceased to exist as a monastic house in 1539. While the earlier Amesbury Abbey had been exclusively a nunnery or house of women, its successor, Amesbury Priory, following the particular structures of its parent order of Fontevraud, was both a convent of nuns and a corresponding monastery of men, both governed locally by a prioress and ultimately by the abbess of Fontevraud Abbey, situated in Anjou, part of the territories in what is now France that were then ruled by the English royal house.
That's rather, I thought it would be a little bit more medieval looking, and that just actually kind of just looks like a, you know, any old brick house. I was expecting a little bit more Benedictine. And that could be anybody's house. See if the Boscombe Down is on here. Amesbury. Here's what it had to say about Salisbury Plain.
Salisbury Plain is a chalk plateau in the southwestern part of central southern England covering 300 square miles. It is part of a system of chalk downlands throughout eastern and southern England formed by the rocks of the chalk group and largely lies within the county of Wiltshire, but stretches into Berkshire and Hampshire. The plain is famous for its rich archaeology, including Stonehenge, one of England's best-known landmarks. Large areas are given over to military training and thus the sparsely populated plain is the biggest remaining area of calcareous grassland in northwest Europe. Additionally, the plain has arable land and a few small areas of beech trees and coniferous woodland. Its highest point is Eastern Hill.
Uh-huh. That was odd. We were in drone mode and it put us back into the plane and crashed us. Da. No, there are other points of interest out here, but nothing that's, oh, let's go see that. We've got to go see that. Well, they do have a cathedral in Salisbury. Salisbury. That should be this way. And I comment on this a lot in all of these activities, these flying activities over the last couple of years, that I'm always amazed at, you know, how much open space there still is. I know it's all, you know, farmlands and forests, but, you know, it's still so lovely and relatively unspoiled. And everything that is out here, you know, they've got it well hidden in the trees and lovely. Hey, there's a little airport right there. Okay, cool. They've got the cathedral. Maybe we'll get something a little bit more monkish, cathedral-ish. Don't believe I have anything for Old Sarum, but I'll zoom down in here and see if got anything. No. They do have an airport at Old Sarum, the Old Sarum Airfield, EGLS. Oh yeah, that's big. Very nice. And that's great. I mean, it's definitely old, like medieval stuff where it just dominates the landscape.
Salisbury Cathedral, formerly known as the Cathedral Church of the Blessed Virgin Mary, is an Anglican cathedral in Salisbury, England. The cathedral is regarded as one of the leading examples of early English architecture. Its main body was completed in 38 years, from 1220 to 1258. Since 1549, the cathedral has had the tallest church spire in the United Kingdom, at 404 feet. Visitors can take the tower tour.
Oh, this is awesome.
The interior of the hollow spire, with its ancient wooden scaffolding, can be viewed. The cathedral has the largest cloister and the largest cathedral close in Britain at 80 acres. It contains a clock which is among the oldest working examples in the world, and has the best surviving of the 4 original copies of Magna Carta.
Wow.
2008.
I'm glad we came over here.
Celebrated the 750th anniversary of its consecration. The cathedral is the mother church of the Diocese of Salisbury and is the seat of the Bishop of Salisbury, currently Nick Holton.
How you doing? I'm the Bishop of Salisbury. It's pretty prestigious. Get a screenshot of that one moment. Okay. Let's head back to old Sauron and we'll land there. Sauron. Wonder where's a good place to have lunch around here. I'll treat. Hey, you showed up. You made the effort to check in, so. Little clock tower there. You know we're gonna have to have a Guinness, right? Wait, this is England though still. Well, whatever. Not Ireland. I wish I'd bring back our camping kit for 2024 and get that all set up. Love to be able to deploy and set out some stuff. Building. So yeah, I bet there's a great place to catch lunch right around here. Gotta be, right? Gotta be. All right, well, thank you for tuning in to check out Stonehenge. Sorry about the crashes. But it sure does look lovely in 2024, and it's only going to get better and better and better as we keep going forward. So if you have a hankering to see the world and all of its fantastic sights, this is a, you know, and want to do it, this is a great way to do it. Get to learn how to fly at the same time. All right, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing later yet, but I probably will be doing something. So please like and subscribe and turn on the notifications. I think it automatically does if you subscribe. Not entirely sure, but let me check the chat and see if I missed anybody saying anything. Nope. Okay. All right, well, you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Well, yeah, big love